Been thinking about starting YouTube? Well, one thing you should know, thick skin is required. It can be a beautiful journey, but please know, there will be trolls, unsolicited comments about your looks, as well as low views. But if you have a message and you are passionate about that message, do not let them stop you. Let's talk about it. Hey, and welcome back to Same OT. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why you need to have thick skin if you want to succeed and have longevity here on YouTube. So let's get into number 1, the trolls. All right, so you have your trolls, right? These are your keyboard thugs, right? Your keyboard gangsters. And these are people who will say some of the nastiest things to you because they can. Because they're behind the screen, right? They're behind the keyboard. They would never say these things to you in your face. And so based on the content that you do, will determine the level of nastiness of the trolls, right? So if you are new to the channel, let me tell you, I do ex-JW content here on the channel, in addition to other types of content. But oh my goodness, my ex-JW content, it really gets under the skin of active Jehovah Witnesses who shouldn't even be watching my content according to their beliefs. And those who I think are physically out but mentally in, people who may have grown up Jehovah Witnesses but never got baptized. They feel so, I guess, attacked based on what I'm saying, as if I'm addressing or talking about them, giving commentary on them personally. So that's one thing you got to be aware of. Depending on the content that you cover, you're going to have people who are opposed to it. And with that opposition, they will spew nasty things. So no one has called me out my name per se, but they have left comments calling me dumb, stupid, ignorant, foolish, the devil. So you got to be prepared for the trolls. And trolls can be a good thing because long as they continue to engage with the content, all YouTube know is people are engaging. That's why I never block trolls on my long form content. Now, if you come over to my live talking crazy, I've learned how to block you there because we're having a good time with the Real One Tribe subs over there. So we don't need you coming in talking crazy, right? So you will get blocked. You will get sent up out of there. You get you packed up, get your own out over on the lives. But my long form, if you have ever been in the comment sections, you will see I let them stay. I let them stay because clearly they love my content or they love me because they keep coming back with every upload. So that's number 1. You got to be prepared for trolls. Number 2, you have to be prepared for people to criticize your looks. As I like to say, everybody is ugly to somebody, right? So I'll be delusional to think that every person that comes across my YouTube videos think that I am an attractive person. You know, that's not the goal. That's not the concern. However, you have to remember, you know, YouTube is a bunch of people on YouTube, right? And so you're going to have those times where people will criticize your looks, regardless of whatever your video was about. And so in my long form, I get people, Jehovah Witnesses, I've had them say things like, well, you look too worldly. You don't look like a witness and things of that nature. So I don't necessarily take that as a personal critique because basically they're saying like I'm not that Stepford wife looking Jehovah Witness or what have you. And I really think it alludes to my hair, to be honest, when they say that. But on my lives a couple of weeks ago was the first time I really had people kind of like attacking my looks. They were talking about the size of my forehead, the size of my nose. I had some racist trolls come into the lives, you know, trying to get me to say the N word out loud, you know, or referring to me as the N word in their little slick way. And initially it took me for a loop because that was my first time with it being kind of direct. But after I was able to reset, I was like, yeah, I can't be concerned with what these, oh so brave people behind fake fictitious kind of made up names and, you know, pictures of cats as their profile, you don't have to say. And so when people criticize your looks, one, they're trying to get a reaction. So don't give it to them. You know, they might catch you on the wrong day and you fall for it and you go in, like I did a couple of weeks ago. But for the most part, don't give them any energy. You are brave enough to show up on YouTube to put forth content out here for somebody's benefit, whether it's to educate them, to let them know that, hey, you are seen because I've had that experience, or just to make them laugh, whatever, you know, your reason for the YouTube content that you put out. And so don't let people try to make you become self-conscious about the way that you present on camera, or for that matter in the world, because they're not even brave enough to put their own real face as their profile pic here on YouTube. One little note that I want to put on here, because I feel like we've become, with social media, we've become so aesthetic. Everything has to be the aesthetic. Delay starting YouTube because they don't feel like they have the right aesthetic. So I put this note here that I wanted to make sure I read here in the video. The truth is, when people make those kind of comments, it says more about them than it does about you, or in my case, about me. So this is for anybody watching this who pausing, hesitating, delaying starting their YouTube because they worry about people talking about their looks. If you're waiting to look perfect to start, you'll never start. Show up as you and let that be enough. So I am almost at 1,000 subs. So that tells me that it's 990 plus people who don't overly care about how I look, or how big my nose is, or how wide my forehead is. They enjoy my content. So remember that they will criticize your looks, but these people don't matter. Still show up, still do you. Number 3, as far as why you gotta have thick skin in this YouTube game, is to get no or low views. All the biggest YouTubers, everybody will have that story, right? And so why you need thick skin? Because initially, if you're like me, I was almost 50 years old when I started this channel. I had no clue what I was doing. The win is just getting that first video up, right? And then from there, you try to do a little bit better. And then as you go along. So I'm 7 months in. So, but when I first started, I was like, if I could just get 100 views a video, I'll be happy. My second video, I think, has almost like 82,000 views now. But it was a compelling story. So, you know, you think that, you sometimes think like, oh, well, all of them gonna be like that. That's my biggest video to date. My second video, which was my part 1 of waking up as a Jehovah Witness story. And so everyone ain't gonna be like that. So I do, even though now many of my videos do get over 1,000 views, but they all don't. And so it can be a little bit discouraging when you feel like, I didn't put this work in. I took the time to record and edit and maybe add music and what is it called? Color correct, all the little editing things that I've learned. And then you put it up and it's crickets. So you can take that and be like, I'm gonna give up, or you can just say, all right, it didn't get pushed out in the algorithm, or my subscribers wasn't feeling it. All right, on to the next. But you gotta have thick skin, because every video is not gonna be a banger. And yes, it never fails. Like the video that you think will take off, the video that'll bring you in new subs, or the video that get you over 5K views or something like that, it'd be like womp womp womp. But the one that you was like, it's okay, this and that, it wasn't my best content or what have you, and next thing you know, you wake up, it's 1,500 views. So the thing about it is, don't let low views discourage you, because eventually the algorithm, with consistency, right, will get you out there, and you will be able to find your tribe, you know. And I can say that from experience, being 7 months in, not having any real direction, but now feeling like I have a little bit of a direction and where I want the channel and the content to go. And guess what? I have my tribe, you know. I have 900, almost 1,000 subs, but I definitely got a core group of those subs that rock with me with any and everything that I do, even if it's not their cup of tea. Okay? Pun intended. So that's just what I wanted to come here and encourage you all who are thinking about doing YouTube, but those who have started, but it's in the very beginning stages, and you know, you're struggling a little bit with the trolls, or you're struggling a little bit if people have made comments about your looks, or getting discouraged when you get low views after putting in, you know, real work. As one of my Real One Tribe said yesterday in our live, putting content together and putting real effort into it, it is work. So yeah, who wants to put in work and then not get people to watch, right? Or even watch for an extended period of time. Yeah, those are 3 reasons why you gotta have thick skin in this YouTube game. All right, y'all, so that's all I got. Remember, somebody out there is looking for what it is that you want to bring to YouTube. So just continue to be consistent, continue to work on like the quality of your videos, and you will get there. But you do have to be consistent, and you got to put in the work into your videos. So if you like this video, please give us a like. We greatly appreciate it. Leave us a comment if anything has benefited, or if you haven't experienced these 3 reasons that I talked about, like maybe you experienced it and how you overcame it. Would love to hear about that in the comments. If you are new to the channel and like content like this, or go exploring on the channel, you may see some other content that interests you, then please consider subscribing and joining the Real One Tribe. That's what we call our subs over here. And lastly, if you know someone who has encountered some of these reasons on their early YouTube journey, please share this video with them. Okay? And until next time, I'm out. Peace.